Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a champion guide for Elenaril, so let's get into it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up Elenaril. She is a high elf legendary attack character in the top left here, magic affinity. So first off, kind of, initial thoughts when I pull up Elenaril is her helm kind of looks like a cat. She's got the pointy ears sticking out. And then the eyes and like the way the eyes and the nose look, she kind of reminds me of like a cat face for some reason, but looks very cool. I like the bow and the armor and kind of like the angel wings and the suit here. So yeah, I like the aesthetics of her. The first thing we always look at is the speed. 96 speed is pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it's okay. And as always with my champion guides, I will have one of these down in the video description that just kind of shows the optimal sets and the stats to go for and the masteries that I currently use on mine. I will go over the masteries a little bit more in depth here in a second. As far as grades for Elenaril, I will show her as a campaign farmer. She's okay, she can do it, but she's not super great at it. Clan boss, she's okay, but not amazing because of something I'll go over here in a little bit. Arena, again, she's okay, she's usable, but not optimal. Dungeons is where she shines. She is, extremely good in the end game, especially if you can get the right team around her. She can really make your dungeon farming go a lot faster, and I'll go over that when I'm going over her abilities. So this will be down in the video description if you want to check that out. Alrighty, let's dive into her abilities. A1, we've got attack one enemy, place an HP burn for 2 turns, and this debuff cannot be resisted. I love this A1. It's got consistent value and it cannot be resisted. So this is extremely strong against the clan boss. You're basically going to have a permanent HP burn on the clan boss. The A2 is attack all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown, place a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns, place a second 5% poison for 2 turns if the attack is critical. This is a very good A2. A 3-turn cooldown that places 2 poisons, AoE, very good. It's another extremely good ability for dungeons and the clan boss. Now this is what makes Elenaril a really cool hero. Deal damage from all poison debuffs on all enemies instantly. You can get this down to a 4-turn cooldown with books. Now, the reason I gave her a B+ against the clan boss and not an A+ is because Combust, it's not really bugged, but it doesn't work optimally against the clan boss. So it's basically capped against the clan boss. So in dungeons, it's not capped. So if you've got a bunch of poisons on the enemy, you can do like 1,000,000 damage. Like it doesn't matter. It's unlimited. So, but against the clan boss, it's just gonna clear all of your poisons, and then the damage is capped, so it's not gonna do near the full effect. So against the clan boss, this ability is not near as good as it is in dungeons and kind of everywhere else. That's why she's a B+ instead of like an A+. If it worked properly, if it wasn't capped, she would be an A+ against the clan boss for sure. The aura is increase ally crit rate in faction crypts by 24%. So it's pretty meh, but at least it's something. Yeah, as we look at the base stats, a pretty decent attack rating and defense and HP, just kind of a well-rounded attack character stat-wise, and very cool with the HP burn and lots of poisons. And then if you are going to use her against the clan boss, you may want to manual her so that you're not kind of screwing your team over by clearing all the debuffs constantly. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up my Elenaril, and I'll kind of go over her. Alright. So, currently for gear on mine, I went with the shield set and the cruel set. If you'll notice on my sheet, my champion guide down in the video description, I didn't list shield set as part of her optimal gear. It just turned out that I had a really good shield set, and I use her mainly for dungeons anyway. And the shield set can be pretty good for dungeons. It allows you to be a little bit more glass cannon and keep your team alive. So I wouldn't say it's optimal, but it's something that worked well for me in terms of how I am using her in dungeon farming. I wanted her to be able to survive against the golem a little bit better, and I was struggling with sustain during the trash mob sections of a few dungeons, so I did give her the shield set. But you can go speed, attack, you just kind of, you know, you can go sustain. She's kind of a poison damage dealer, so a lot of different ways to gear her. And for late game dungeons, you normally want a lot better sustain. If you see, my Elenaril has over 40,000 HP, and that is and 214 accuracy. You know, for those late game dungeons, your attack characters are just gonna fall over if you play glass cannon. So you do need to get a decent level of HP and sustain. You know, for gloves, I went with crit rate. I wanted to get her to that 100%. You'll notice the crit rate is 101. And then on the chest plate, I did go HP just to, you know, this was a good blend of speed, accuracy, and crit rate and sustain, so I gave her that. The boots, typically you're gonna want speed boots, but now with the addition of glyphs into the game, this is my first champion guide I've made since glyphs have come out. We may start to see a shift in what I recommend for boots. It may be better to get those big percent stats like HP, defense, attack, and then get speed as a substat and slam it with glyphs. That may be the more optimal route. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more testing. At the time of recording this video, glyphs just came out like last night, so admittedly I need to, you know, figure out the more optimal route. But when I geared her, it was more optimal to get speed. You're gonna probably want 175 or more speed just so she can you know, get those turns in, but you do want her to go after your poisoners. So like for me, I have my Bad L, you know, like 210 speed. So I have her go after my Bad L so that she can blow up the poisons that my Bad L places. So you don't want Elenaril doing her combust before your poisoners. She is going to pair best with people who, you know, provide poison debuffs on the enemies. Like a KO is a good example. He places poisons. You have her go after your poison dealer, combust everything, and just blow it up. So that's kind of the choice of gear that I went with. Sustain in my ring. Normally, you're going to want crit damage and accuracy for a damage dealer on your amulet. And then, obviously, accuracy banners are great. And this one's basically perfect. It's got accuracy, lots of sustain, and a 9 speed. So this banner is an example of kind of exactly what you would want for an Elenaril. So I got kind of lucky there. All right. Let's go over the masteries quick. And I'll show you the now the tier 6 offense mastery is blocked by my camera, but I did go with War Master because I wanted the capability to use her against the clan boss. Yeah, I wanted that option. Now, if you aren't going to use her against the clan boss because you just don't want to mess with playing manually, and she's not going to be part of your clan boss team, it may be more optimal to go with you know, flawless execution and just get that extra crit damage, especially on a build like mine, where you have the 100% crit. If not, you probably just want to go with the War Master. And then obviously we want, you know, Lore of Steel and Master Hexer and accuracy, because with the Master Hexer, it's going to just increase the damage of our combust. The more turns that a debuff is live, the more her combust will hit for. So, you know, because it adds up all those turns and then explodes them. So if there's like a poison debuff that's 2 turns, and a poison debuff that's 4 turns, she's gonna blow up that one with 4 turns. It'll do a lot more damage. All right, now the fun part. I will show you Elenaril in action. Let's go ahead and bust open the campaign here, and I'll kind of show you how she does as an endgame campaign farmer in Brutal. Now, admittedly, my Elenaril, as she sits in recording this video, is not optimized for the campaign. So I expect this to not be like a super GG time, probably about 45 seconds or so. You know, normally your S tier campaign farmers are gonna be around 10 seconds. You know, and some of them are even a little bit less, like your Queen Ava, your Bellower, and those type of campaign farmers can really get down into the 7-second range. But she actually slaughtered it. I did not expect that to go that well. Wow, she did that in 20 seconds. Okay. I expected it to be like 40 seconds or something. So yeah, she did really well there. I want to make sure that wasn't a fluke, because that does surprise me that was that fast. So let me see if I can do another run here, because that really shocked me. I may have sold her a little bit short on the campaign. If she does 20 seconds again... Alrighty. So it's not going to be 20 again. Hey, not bad though. So it looks like she can do it around, you know, 25, 30 seconds. So, okay. Elenaril is a viable campaign farmer. She's just not super amazing at it. So that's always handy to have a champion that can at least do it if called upon. Alrighty, and now let's do some dungeons and just kind of show you this is where Elenaril shines. We'll just do kind of a standard dungeon, and you'll see here, look how I designed the team around Elenaril. You know, poison debuffer, poison debuffer, poison debuffer, poison debuffer, Elenaril, with that combustibility that blows up the poisons. Elenaril is basically in all of my speed farm dungeon teams. I think the only team she's not on is like the Fire Knight and the Golem and the Spider, because those are ones you can't really speed farm. But all of like the potion dungeons and stuff, I definitely slot her in for the huge combust. I think she has combust off cooldown. She does. Okay, so we'll see. You see how there's 4 turns of poison? When I cast this combust right here, it deals damage from all poison debuffs. It's gonna blow up those 4 turns of poison. Boom, and we can see that it removed all those poisons and then, you know, chunked the HP bar. Now, when you can get a lot of them, you can basically kill the dungeon boss in one fell swoop. So that wasn't like super optimal. See, like right now, look at all those poisons. If she cast the combust now, it would kill the dungeon boss. So, you know, the amount of value you get from that ability is very RNG, especially on auto. It just kind of depends on when she uses it and how optimally she times it. But you can do just a massive amount of damage if it's timed right. And there it was, the combust. That one did a ton, but there wasn't much HP left on the boss anyway. I love using her in the dragon. I think she is S tier against the dragon because the dragon's one of those dungeons that you can really speed farm. So let's see here. You can see my team is kind of set up a little bit similar. I did slot in the martyr because if I use Kale, he seems to die a lot, and Kymar places poisons with his counterattack A1. So it can kind of make up for losing the Kale. Alright, so Battle places it, and then she does combust, and we can see it kind of chunked those level 280 minions here. I do want her to go after my Draco. Right now, she has like 1 more speed than my Draco, and I'm kind of waiting until I get the right glyph to help my Draco go before her, because Draco is a poison placer, so I want him to go before Elenaril, ideally. So right now, the team is not perfectly set up in the endgame how I would want it ideally, but that will be coming soon as I get the right glyphs. I would rather go that route instead of trying to like rebuild all the gear for the champions. I'll just wait till I get a couple glyphs, and then I'll be able to get the optimal turn rotation. Now look at all those poisons. If she does combust, it's going to be a ton of damage. Yeah, she didn't have it on cooldown. These Hordens on the dragon can hit pretty hard. You can see he chunked down the martyr there. Alright, so she has combust live. It looks like we're not going to get a huge one because she's going to probably do it. Okay, she's going to place the HP bird, and then the next turn she'll do combust, and you'll see the huge damage that it does. I'll see if I can time it here. Alright, so look at all these poisons. And watch the HP bar of the dragon here. Boom! Look at that. that's a dungeon 20 dragon, and look how it chunked like 60% of his health with that one ability. That's why, especially if you have the capability and the champions to set up a team around her, she can be super S tier and really, you know, improve your speed farming. As long as you get her around some poison debuffers, she can just chunk down the damage. There it was again. So yeah, look at my Elenaril, 3.7 million damage. The next closest was Dracomorph with 508,000. That's how hard her combustibility can hit if you get the right team around her. Now, admittedly, it's pretty endgame. Obviously, a lot of you are probably looking at this team and being like, I mean, yeah, okay, obviously, Elenaril's going to do good with a team like that. But, you know, there's lots of poison debuffers in the game. You know, you might not be farming a Dragon 20 as fast as my team did, but you can still get good value out of Elenaril if you're able to get, you know, poison debuffers on your squad around her. All right, what was this here? Accuracy, crit rate. Nah. Close. Alrighty, so that's going to kind of do it for what I wanted to cover in this champion guide over Elenaril. So let me know what you think down in the comments about this champion if you have her, or, you know, what you kind of thought about her kit in general. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.